What is going on, guys? Joe here. Long time no see. Still can't see me, but happy to be back with videos. I just wanted to give you guys sort of a quick recap, hopefully, of Apple's event that happened yesterday. Those expecting an iPhone 12 announcement will probably be disappointed because there was no info given at this event, as they will be holding a future event that is expected sometime in October. But what they did announce is new Apple Watches, new iPads, an iOS 14 release date, and new Apple services. Be sure to stay to the end as I let you guys know what I ended up getting from today's announcements. Also, before we begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I drop a new video. But they kick things off with the new Apple Watch Series 6, which is having a new blood oxygen sensor and app to measure your blood oxygen level. So now, alongside not only being able to track your activities such as your steps, heart rate, heart rhythm, detects falls, take an ECG, the Series 6 can detect the flow of the oxygen in your blood. This is done with the all-new sensor that shines a red infrared light onto your wrist, and it measures the amount of light reflected back, and it then calculates the color of your blood and indicates the amount of oxygen present. It does all this within 15 seconds, and it can also do it in the background. So if you wear your Apple Watch to bed, for example, it'll be able to record the blood oxygen while you are asleep. It's pretty impressive technology and can definitely see this being a lifesaver, literally, for many. So it's basically a health device just sitting on your wrist now. Also, some other improvements on the Apple Watch Series 6 is that it has an enhanced always-on Retina display that is now 2 times brighter than the previous Series 5 model. Now inside, it does pack a new S6 chip that is a dual-core processor based off of the A13 processor found on the iPhone 11, but it's optimized to run on this Apple Watch. Apple says this is going to be 20 times faster than the previous Series 5 Apple Watch. Now on the Series 6, there is now an always-on altimeter that will give you continuous elevation throughout the day, so you can easily see it in real time on your watch and even on a watch face. So if you're going up and down stairs, you can see all of that info in real time. But speaking of watch faces, they did introduce new watch faces for the Series 6. You have 7 new watch faces that you can choose from, and I think my favorite is the stripes one because that is like the most customizable one. And while I was making this video, I was able to play with it a little bit, so it is available on the Series 5 watch, all the watch faces, and it'll probably be available for Series 4, but Series 3, you may be out of luck, not sure yet. Because usually if there's new Apple Watch faces, they're not fully compatible with every Apple Watch. But the Series 6 does have new Apple Watch faces that you can choose from. Now, not only that, but there are new watch bands such as a new solo loop, a braided solo loop, and a leather link. Now, the Apple Watch Series 6 doesn't seem like it's a huge upgrade because it really isn't. Same design, same size, but having that new blood oxygen sensor on it is sort of a big deal in my opinion. Now, Apple also introduced a less expensive version of the Apple Watch known as the Apple Watch SE. It packs the S5 chip that is found in the current Series 5 Apple Watch. It also has a larger display to match the Series 6, so there is a 44mm and a 40mm size option. Now, the Apple Watch SE still has an accelerometer, a gyroscope, the always-on altimeter, a compass, GPS, fall detection, heart rate tracking, sleep tracking, and is swim-proof for up to 50 meters. So the things you won't get out of this version is the new blood oxygen sensor, no ECG capability, and no always-on display. Now, these 2 new models of the Apple Watch can be purchased starting today and released this coming Friday, September 18th. And the Series 6 starts at $399 for the GPS version and $479 for the GPS with cellular version. They come in a variety of color options, including a new red and blue color, which I think looks really clean, especially that red one. I've been eyeing that red one. Now, as far as the SE model, that one starts at $279 for the GPS version and $329 for the GPS with cellular version. Now moving along, there was also a new feature for family Apple Watch users called Family Setup. Now this allows you to simply set up an Apple Watch for your kids or other family members without the need of them having an iPhone. Once it's set up, you can get notifications of things like their location, or they'll be able to track their fitness or health. So I can see that being useful for many families. But alongside that, there's also a new Fitness Plus service, which is a subscription service that gives you various workouts that you can now do with fitness trainers using your Apple Watch. It's all integrated so you can track all your progress and everything on your Apple Watch, and it'll also show up while you're working out, all the information like your heart rate, your calories burned, all that good stuff. And it'll work across all your devices, whether you're on an iPhone, iPad, or even Apple TV. Now this service starts at $9.99 a month or $79.99 per year, but it won't be available until the end of this year. But if you do purchase a new Apple Watch, you will get 3 months free of Fitness Plus, so you can check it out. Now with the new Apple Watches, Apple also announced a new iPad 8th generation and a new iPad Air. The new 8th gen iPad comes with it a 12 Bionic chip, which is a powerful processor, and you can still use the Apple Pencil, the 1st generation, to jot down notes or sketch out things or whatever you want to use it for, maybe just a stylus. But it'll come with the latest version of iPad OS 14, which has many new features like widgets, scribble, handwriting detection, and more. Now it has the same front and rear cameras as the 7th gen iPad. Also, it has a home button with Touch ID. Battery life is the same as the 7th gen as well. Simply put, this new iPad 8th gen is a 7th gen iPad with a beefier processor, the A12 Bionic chip. But with this A12 Bionic chip being on this entry-level iPad, it also brings the Neural engine, so it will be hard to beat this tablet when it comes to power at its price point. Now the iPad Air, on the other hand, is where there were definitely changes, because this is now gone with the iPad Pro as far as design. So the new iPad Air has the squared off design and has a larger 10.9 inch liquid retina display with a resolution of 2360 by 1640. It packs a new A14 Bionic chip that we will more than likely see in the new upcoming iPhone 12s later this year. This new A14 Bionic chip is 40% faster in CPU performance and has 30% improved graphics. The Neural engine in this chip is twice as fast from the A13 Bionic chip that can perform up to 11 trillion operations per second. Simply, this new A14 chip is a beast. Now, as far as cameras, the new iPad Air has a new 12 megapixel rear camera that's capable of recording 4K video up to 60 frames per second and 1080p video at up to 240 frames per second. Now, something you more than likely will use on this iPad Air is the front-facing camera, which is a 7 megapixel FaceTime HD camera. Now, Face ID is not on this iPad Air, but Touch ID is still present, but it is now built into the power button that sits on top of the iPad. Simply placing your finger on it will be able to unlock your device, make purchases, just like Touch ID, but now the fingerprint sensor sits on that power button. But this iPad Air comes in 5 different color options now. You have silver, space gray, rose gold, green, and sky blue. And this makes me pretty excited for what new colors will be coming out for the iPhone 12 if the iPad is having all these different ranges of colors. Now, just like the current iPad Pro, it does have a magnetic side to pair and charge the 2nd gen Apple Pencil. You also have a smart connector on the back, so you can magnetically attach accessories like the smart folio covers, and it is compatible with the new Magic Keyboard that was released earlier this year. Now, this new iPad Air also has gone away from the Lightning port and now has jumped onto the USB-C train, just like the iPad Pro. With this change, it will now support faster data connections, so when it comes to transferring content from, say, a USB drive or your camera, you can do it within seconds because of this USB-C port. As far as when consuming media, you do have some stereo speakers built into it, and it also supports Wi-Fi 6 and has 60% faster LTE connectivity. Now, the iPad 8th generation is available to order today and will release this Friday, September 18th, but the iPad Air won't be available to order until October. Now, Apple also announced a release date for iOS 14, iPadOS 14, watchOS 7, and tvOS 14. And that'll be available for everybody to install starting today, September 16th. Lastly, there was a new subscription announced called Apple One, which you can get access to all of Apple's services such as iCloud, Apple Music, Apple TV, Apple Arcade, Apple News Plus, and Apple Fitness Plus for one price. There is an individual plan for $14.95 per month, giving you access to Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and 50 gigabytes of iCloud storage. Now, you can also opt for a family subscription, which is $19.95 per month, and you get access to the same services as the individual subscription, but this one bumps up to 200 gigabytes of iCloud storage so you can share across your family members. Now, they also have a premium package, which gives you access to all of Apple's services, including Apple News Plus and the new Fitness Plus for $29.95 a month. In this package, you actually get access to 2 terabytes of iCloud storage, so you can share that across your family as well. I think if you are using all services, then the Premier is a really good price for everything, but I wish you were able to customize packages. So if you wanted, for example, the individual Apple One subscription and wanted to choose Fitness Plus instead of having Apple Arcade or something, then you can do that and get it for that same price of $14.95. Because that's something I would probably do, as I already pay $10 for 2 terabytes of iCloud service that I share across my family. But this is all that was announced at today's Apple event. New Apple Watches, new iPads, and new Apple subscriptions. Now, if you made it all the way here, then you probably care to know what I picked up, or maybe not. But I did end up ordering a Series 6 Apple Watch in graphite stainless steel. So I will be doing a video on that whenever I get it in. It's actually not shipping until next week, unfortunately, but do expect that video once I get it in hand. Also, I purchased the new Solo Loop Band and Braided Loop Band, both in the black color option. I should be getting the Solo Loop on Friday, so let me know if you'd like to check that out. Maybe I'll do a video on it or something. The braided one is actually back ordered until October for some reason, so I have to wait a few weeks for that to be here. But anyways, y'all let me know what you thought about today's event. I'd like to get your thoughts. Did you end up getting anything, or are you waiting on the iPhone 12 to be announced in the next few weeks? As always, if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button down below, as it not only lets me know that you enjoyed it, but it also shows support to the channel. Stay tuned for more content by hitting that subscribe button, and make sure that notification bell is turned on so you will get notified once I drop my next video. But other than that, appreciate all your support while I've been away. Feels good to be back, but I'll catch you all on the next one. All right.